A little bit more. Okay, just a little bit more. No, 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 that's too much. That's just gaming. Come back a little bit. And perfect, right there. That is almost gaming. Welcome, I'm your host Sean Fowler. On today's show, Sony gets very excited about their own games. Nintendo has a great deal out in stores. Microsoft is getting ready for more television. Steam boxes finally hit the wild. And YouTube targeting gaming shows just like the one you're watching right now. Let's go live. We will start things off with Microsoft and the Xbox One. One of the criticisms of the Xbox One as it was being announced was an overfocus on things that had nothing to do with video games. That approach was corrected somewhat through the console's launch, but that doesn't mean that Microsoft is abandoning those other things either. They hired veteran TV executive Nancy Tellum to help bring original programming to the Xbox platform. Tellum spoke to Variety at their annual Dealmakers Breakfast and said Microsoft is just about ready to launch this platform in the first or second quarter of 2014. She said that they've run into some unique challenges, among those defining exactly what the service is going to be, calling it something between Netflix and Amazon and regular television. The only series that has been directly confirmed so far is a Halo television show directed by Steven Spielberg. We head on over to Nintendo, where we have quite a deal to report. On Black Friday, Target was selling 3DS XL bundles for $150. Quite a deal when you consider that the list price of a 3DS XL by itself is $200. Well, Kotaku's commerce team is reporting that Target still has 3DS XLs for $150. Online, the deal is not a bundle, it's just the machine. However, you can choose between red, blue, black, and pink. They also list a Mario and Luigi Dream Team bundle with the specially decorated 3DS, but it's one of those add to the cart to see the price deals. Well, allow me to let Cat Mario out of the bag. It's actually also $150. However, to get this deal, you must visit a Target store in person. Considering the timing of these deals, it's likely that these prices will be available through the entire Christmas shopping season. On to the world of PC gaming, which has taken another important step towards the living room. The lucky few who completed all the tasks and qualified to be beta testers for the new Steam Box console have begun receiving their units. Kotaku's Luke Plunkett was one of the lucky few and shared some pictures from his unboxing. In a very nice touch, the consoles come shipped in wooden crates with foam padding. Very classy. The top of the console features 10 rows of 30 air holes for a total of 300. And as you might imagine, one of the air holes is highlighted, which indicates the number of the console received. Now, these units are just hitting the wild, so in the coming weeks we'll probably have more reports on how they actually work. Over to Sony, who are very excited about themselves. E3 2014, the mecca of all things video game news about what's coming, isn't until June. But Sony are already drumming up anticipation about just what they will announce there. The website PlayStationLifestyle.net reports that PlayStation brand marketing VP Guy Longworth said on his PlayStation blog that Sony is going to bring some, quote, epic stuff, end quote, to E3, while also saying they are working on full headset support and other updates. Then during the latest PlayStation blogcast, VP of Publisher and Developer Relations Adam Boyes said that he got, quote, a super sneak peek, end quote, of an upcoming game, and, quote, I've lost my mind, end quote. He would not share any other details about the game than that it is apparently for PlayStation 4. Not a lot of substance to these reports, but hey, it's at least good to know that they're excited about their own games, right? And for our featured story, we need to turn the focus inward and talk about YouTube and video game themed shows like the one that you're watching right now. Over the past few weeks, video game themed channels on YouTube have been getting hit with a myriad of copyright claims and third-party content matches. Many thought that there was a glitch in YouTube's Content ID system. However, later YouTube confirmed that the system is working perfectly and that this was simply a case of them activating the system on their partner channels. Oddly enough, the Content ID system seems to be targeting bits of video game music more than any other particular content. And sadly, not all of these claims are legitimate. YouTube's Content ID system is making these claims on behalf of rights holders. However, not all of these companies want these claims to be made or even know that these claims are happening. Some of the claims, such as those made by THQ, are coming from a company that no longer even exists. And even sadder still, some of the claims are made by illegitimate third-party companies looking to make a little quick ad revenue before YouTube catches on. The concern here is that when a claim is made on a video that is monetized, which means that YouTube and the creator of the video have a partnership where YouTube places ads on the video and the creator gets a cut of some of the revenue, the monetization on that video is lost. And what's worse is the company making the claim can then step in and claim full monetization on the video. That company is under no obligation to prove their right to the copyrighted material, with that burden of proof falling entirely on the video creator. Disputing and appealing this can take weeks, if not months, and then even if the creator is victorious, remonetizing the video can take even longer, and any revenue that was generated during the appeals process is lost. Now, there's no way for me to report on this story without editorializing a little, so I hope you'll forgive me for it. First of all, to my knowledge, Almost Gaming has not been affected in any way. A, we're still a very small channel in the YouTube grand scheme of things. And B, I'm not yet a YouTube partner, so I'm not profiting from my videos anyway. Now, I have had some third-party matches over NHL footage on the Miami Sports Report, and I am working to resolve those issues. However, I am a fan of many people who make their livelihood making video game shows on YouTube that millions of people watch every day. I've seen a number of videos from Angry Joe, some of which I've linked down in the video description, where he shares his fatigue and true concern over what this is going to mean for him. I haven't heard Chugga Conroy comment on it yet, but I have been watching his Animal Crossing New Leaf playthrough every day, and obviously that uses a great deal of that game's content. These channels could change or disappear entirely if this goes on. The worst part is, these channels are in the legal right. Section 107 of the United States copyright law protects the use of copyrighted material under a set number of fair use guidelines. Some of these include news reporting and commentary, so legally these channels are allowed to use this footage. Now, I know what some of you are saying. If these channels are using copyrighted material, shouldn't the creator of that copyrighted material get some of the revenue that they make on their channel? Sure, some. However, this Content ID system doesn't allow for a split, taking all of the revenue from the video and giving it to the company that makes the claim. To show you why that doesn't make sense, let me use this show as an example. Almost Gaming usually runs about 10 to 15 minutes, and most of that is just me talking to the camera. If I do use any game video copyrighted material, I try to keep it short. Let's say I use 30 seconds of copyrighted video in each of my 5 segments. That's 2.5 minutes out of 10 minutes, 25%. If I were monetizing this video, I would be fine with giving up 25% of the revenue due to my use of copyrighted material. However, the lion's share should still go to me because I'm the one that is writing, filming, editing, and posting this video. Companies should not be able to steal revenue from video creators, especially when their use of copyrighted material is protected by copyright law. Maybe this is why Yahtzee animates all of his reviews. Okay, well, that rant is out of my system, and yes, I do feel better. Thank you so much for asking. Now, before we wrap things up, a quick little announcement to make. No longer will you have to see me pop up in your subscription box, click on over, and see that stupid sports show or that guy pretending that his life is almost interesting. You want games and just games? I'm here for you. Almost Gaming now has its own YouTube channel. head on over to youtube.com/almostgamingvlog and subscribe. Now, change takes time. We all know that. So for the rest of December, Almost Gaming will continue to be posted here to Sean Fowler and then put on a playlist over on the Almost Gaming channel. But the new year is the best time to make changes. Starting in January 2014, the new channels will go live. Almost Gaming, as well as the Miami Sports Report, will be posted to their own YouTube channels, while the Almost Interesting vlog will continue to be posted here to Sean Fowler. Alright, that's going to about wrap things up. Now, in this last level of Almost Interesting, the first thing you need to do is click the like button. It's right down there below the video. And then you need to leave a comment to get past the mid-level boss. After that, the battle moves over to Facebook. You need to search for Almost Gaming. Now, don't be fooled. You need to like the one with this logo or it's game over. The boss makes their final stand on Twitter. You need to search for @AlmostGamingVLG, click follow, and you will be victorious. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for extra lives to see me screw up at this script reading thing. And keep a weather eye on the horizon for Almost Interesting, which will be posted on Friday. Until then, game on! Microsoft getting ready for TV. One of the criticisms of Microsoft as the Xbox One was announced was an over-focusing on things that had... Over the past few weeks, video game-themed channels on YouTube have been getting hit with a myriad of content ID matches and third-party... And for our featured story, we need to turn the focus inward and do a story about doing a story. Over the past few weeks, a number of video game-related channels on YouTube have been getting hit with a myriad of third-party matches. At first, many thought that there was a glitch in YouTube's Content ID system. However, later YouTube confirmed that the fart knocker. And for our featured story, we need to turn the focus inward and talk about YouTube and other stuff related to YouTube. What's worse, the company making the claim can then monetize the video for themselves. And I forgot what I was saying. The concern here is that if... I don't know what the concern is. I don't really care. No, I'm kidding. The concern here is that when a video... Now, there's no way for me to report on this story without editorializing. Let me give you an example of why this doesn't make sense using this show as an example. Wait. Yeah. Almost Gaming usually runs about 10 to 15 minutes. It runs longer when I mess up. Now, change takes time. We all know that. So for the rest of December, Almost Gaming will be